Hey everyone, it's Rain. Welcome to 60 Seconds. Hopefully the fan sounds in the background aren't quite as bad. I did order a pop screen, so hopefully it won't take too long to get here, but for the time being I actually stuck a sock over my mic, so I'm hoping it doesn't pick up too much static and other noises and things as, I get caught in the everything on my desk. Alright, so I haven't played 60 Seconds before, and if you hear twittering, I got myself a new budgie to keep Tofu company, so you'll probably hear them both since they're sitting right beside me right now. Yeah, so don't mind the budgie twittering in the background. Alright, so let us get started. Okay. Atomic Drill, Apocalypse, Scavenge, and Survival. Let's go with the first one, I guess? Learn about how to scavenge and survive in the event of a nuclear apocalypse. This tutorial is 100% approved by the establishment. Begin adventure. Okay, so this is the tutorial to learn me how to play the game. Oh. Am I... Oh, begin... Duh. Okie dokie. Welcome to your atomic scavenge drill. Pay attention and you might survive. Hold the grab control to skip my words, but every time you do, the reds will drop an extra nuke. Awesome. No time to waste, get moving and head to the marked point in front of you. What? The yellow X? Oh, it was behind me, not in front of me, but okay. Doop 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 doop. Okay. What am I doing? You know the drill. Marker, living room. Drill, marker, living room. Boop. There is more where that came from. Okay, why do I have to learn how to apparently run into things? Find Timmy. Okay, is Timmy in his room? Oh, look, hello, Timmy, as I run into things. Okay. I'm pretty sure chairs usually don't make sounds like that. Family comes first, grab Timmy. He will be the first to visit your... Okay, how do I... Ahaha! Consider taking other family members too. I'll leave the exact priorities to you. Okay. Take the kid. Find the highlighted soup. Okay. Is it in the kitchen? Oh, there it is. In the kitchen, grabbing some soup. Okay. I need to supply water. Hunt for some bottles of water. Well, isn't that a bottle of water? Come here, water. That's a bottle of water. Can I not pick you up? Okay. Apparently I can't pick that bottle of water up. And everything sounds like it's made of glass. That's a bottle of water. Can I pick up that bottle of water? Nope. Okay. Can I pick up that bottle of water? Nope. So I guess it has to be... Oh, the specific bottle of water, okay. You can only carry so much and every item weighs one slot. You need to drop whatever you're carrying at the hatch before you can pick up more. Okay. Well, this is the hatch. Thank you. I just dropped my kid in a hole. Okie dokie. Can I pick up another kid? Okay. No one knows how long you'll be staying down there, so you'll need a radio. Find me a radio. Okay. It's kind of eerie that there's really no music or anything. There's just like breaking glass sounds. Collect 5 items and drop off to the shelter in time. Am I being timed? Next system gives you 60 seconds to scavenge what you need and get yourself to safety. Let's give it a try. Okay. Can I grab my wife? No room for the suitcase. My butt. Come here, child. And go in the hole. Grab things, grab things. I am horrible at this game. Oh, I'm full of stuff. Okay, blah. 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 Can I grab the map? Yep. Well, that went swimmingly. Okay, my training is far from over. Okay, can I? Thank you. Soup can be stored for up to 737 years. I don't know if I would want to eat 773-year-old soup. Day 1, look at us. Big old happy family. Day 1, you made it to the shelter. Congratulations. But the drill's not over yet. You'll end up here with whatever and whoever you brought with you. Nothing else. You'll need to make the most of it. The next few days will teach you how to survive down here while the world outside burns. Explore and interact with your surroundings. You can always find out useful things about your shelter and its inhabitants. When your survival journal is not open yet or hidden. First things first, we must ration food. Oh, and water. We have 1 bottle of water. If you don't wine and dine yourself and the folks you brought with you, you can bet your bottom dollar none of you will ever see the light of day again. As long as you have food and water available, ration it out to give to a given person by selecting the picture of a can or bottle under their portrait, or instantly ration out both by clicking on the character's image. Of course, you might save your supplies for later, but a normal person can only survive 4 days without water. As to food, the longer you deny your people rations, the weaker they will get, and might eventually get sick. Even if you manage to cure them, it will take you quite a few cans and a lot of time to replenish their strength. I do not want to ration anything, because apparently I am poopy at stuff. Since this is your first day down here, you'll need to get used to your surroundings. Believe me, ventilation hum can drive anyone nuts if you don't occupy yourself with something to do. Get some decent rest and we'll carry you out tomorrow. Well, we have a checkerboard. Wow, we look bored already. Portable radio, scout handbook, suitcase, soup and water, map. That's all I got. Good morning, survivalists. Hope you slept well. Bed's comfy enough. What beds? Gotta get used to it since you'll be staying here for a while. We'll start today's activities with rationing since you need to do it every day. But after that, we will move on to something else. Got your attention? Good. Now listen, there is a risk you will run out of supplies eventually. Everything can be useful, but food and water are critical to you. Okay. If they're gone, you'll be gone sooner than you can say corn dog. So sometimes you will need to send people to the service to bring more supplies. You do this by preparing an expedition a day before it actually departs. Be careful though, tired survivals can never be a part of an expedition. Today we will skip preparations and jump directly into sending someone brave outside. Okay, but he's a strong boy. He's doing just fine. Dolores is quite calm given the situation. No new problems are troubling Ted this fine morning. Boop, boop, ba-doop, ba-doop. Everybody gets water. Sending people into the wasteland is no walk in the park. Do it too early or without a gas mask, then you can bet it's a suicide mission for them. Sending healthy and well-fed people... Oh, I didn't get a gas mask. My bad. Send healthy and well-fed people. Sick, hurt, or crazed people are more likely to perish out there. You can send one person at a time. Let's give it a try. This time you will need to send someone out, but if you ever want to skip a trip to the surface, don't select any... Oh, I have to select someone? I'll send the boy. This is a drill, so your explorer will come back after a little while, but in an event of a real apocalypse, they might be gone for a couple of days. In the meantime, you'll be faced with other problems that'll test you to the limits. I'm talking about making decisions that can break even the best of men's moral spine. Okay. We'll see what clay you are made of, but first, ration your food and water. We don't want anyone starving now, do we? Mary Jane didn't cause any trouble today, and no trouble dares cross her path. Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. Today was relatively calm for Dolores. No new problems are troubling Ted this fine morning. Blah, whatevs. I'm an army man, so I don't know a second thing about imagination, but you could probably use yours now. Picture this scenario. You come across your kid's hamster, who in some bizarre way found its way to the shelter. The kids are obviously going to love it, and so will you. There's nothing better than food that comes to you on its own. Now it's up to you. Do you cook him? Oh, that poor hamster. Well, we still have soup. I don't really want to cook a hamster. I'm not going to cook the hamster. Good choice. The little furry guy can stay and fatten up. It'll make a bigger meal in a few days and maybe your only source of food if you run out of cans. Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying so out loud. Dolores is quite calm given the situation. There's so much going on with Ted, blah 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 blah. Nothing new. I guess they should have some water, at least. Water, water, water. You might be faced with decisions that require you to use your equipment. However, sometimes you might find you don't have the one item that was supposed to save the day. So make sure you scavenge the right supplies before the blast. Keep in mind, every item can be used for something. What do you want to do today? Clean a rifle, listen to the radio, or maybe play Shadow Bunnies with your flashlight? Well, since I only have a radio, I guess we'll be listening to the radio. Oh, Timmy's back. Ugh. He looks snotty. The radio is critical to establishing communications with the U.S. Army, as well as for listening out for any trouble that might be headed your way. If you get lucky, maybe you'll catch some music too. I highly doubt that. Good news, everybody! The expedition is back. Sometimes they'll return with extra supplies, sometimes they won't. Other times they'll come back with a nasty injury or even radiation sickness. Believe me, you don't want to get those. I hear glowing in the dark isn't as fun as it sounds. This time your explorer was hurt, but they will recover after the proper use of a first aid kit. You can use one during rationing. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. Only a handful of buildings in our town survived the blast wave. One of them was the local bus station. Used to be the central hub for bums and vagabonds. But now it just stands there empty. We decided it's worth checking out. Hoping someone left a few soup cans behind. Our local athletics team was preparing to depart for a championship, taking place somewhere in the boondocks. Their bus was full of refreshing water. Well, that's good. But yet we couldn't use the shoes. But plus 2 bottles of water. It's always better when things are calm. Luckily, nothing happened to Mary Jane today. Timmy is everything. Dolores is fine. Ted is fine. And we'll do that. You need at least one alive adult to keep going. If you send your only survival to the surface, you won't know what's happening in your bunker until they come back. And when they do, your shelter might already be gone to someone else. A decent padlock might protect it, but not for long. I didn't grab the padlock. This was a busy day. Take your time and get some sleep if you made it this far. You're doing great! And have a chance at getting out of this foxhole, hopefully soon, but don't quote me on that. Fun times. Well, Timmy looks better. Day 6. We've only just sent someone outside, but let's give it another go today, shall we? The first time you were only asked to pick one unlucky, one brave volunteer to save the day. This time you will also get a chance to equip your explorer with some useful gear. Feed your troops and I'll see you at the shelter entrance. Mary Jane says she's fine and doesn't need anything. Timmy should eat something. Timmy was cured. Timmy has healed up. Dolores is okay. Ted is okay. Let's just get everybody rationed up. Anything can be useful outside and some items even improve scavengers. There's nothing I can take with me. Chance of survival. Notice you have a suitcase. That's handy with a suitcase. Your explorers can carry more. Oh, okay. So I can choose... let's do that. Okay. Morning, people. You're probably asking yourself one question. What's the point of sitting in this atomic shelter? Why don't I just leave? Well, leaving is a death sentence. If the radioactive sickness doesn't kill you, then the giant scorpions will. You can trust me on that. Ooh, giant scorpions. Your one chance is our boys arriving to rescue you, so every good citizen needs to do one thing. Seek contact with the U.S. military and await a rescue. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. Dolores is doing quite well, or she just can't find anything to complain about. Nothing going on with Ted. And Timmy is hungry. So let's give Timmy some soup. The rescue ain't coming today, but will come get you eventually. You need to keep your radio operational and be ready to venture into the wastes. However, you also need to be careful. It might not be only our soldiers out there. There could be bandits or worse, commies. Just imagine what will happen if the Reds discover you. So let's agree to the rules for this drill. You only open this door if someone knocks 2 times. Am I clear? 2 knocks. Hey, look, she's back. Did she bring us foods and things? Oh, she brought us a gas mask. And a first aid kit. Awesome sauce. You'll need to remember that some days will be very intense. A lot of things will happen that you'll need to prepare for. That's what any day that gives you a break is a blessing. You'll need to make sure you make the most of it. Eat, drink, and relax while thinking about all those commie bastards who don't have comfy bunkers like you. That thought always gets me through the day. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface. It turned out that calling an ambulance is not an option anymore. We reached the hospital. It's in ruins, but parts of it turned out to be still standing, more or less. We decided to go through the rubble and make the best of it. The canteen had a respectable supply of tomato soup. It looks like this was the only thing they fed their patients. Now we're 100% sure it's healthy. Wow. There were plenty of bottles of liquid. Oh, 2 bottles of water. Cool. In one of the wards, peroxide or not, water is water, and beggars can't be choosers. It wasn't hard to find a fully equipped first aid kit. After all, it's a hospital. One of the surviving hospital beds had a gas mask hanging on it, along with a note that read, "Wear this. Patients smell really bad." Oh, we got an axe, too. That's cool. One of the dead patients had an axe sticking out of his back. Ooh. According to his chart, he was feeling perfectly fine before the atomic blast. We decided he probably no longer needs that axe. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Timmy seems okay. Dolores is okay. Ted is okay. Boop. As long as you keep your shelter stocked and remain cautious, you should be okay. However, every choice you make may come back to bite you in the ass. After a few days, even after a few days or weeks. Consider your options carefully. This is a drill, but if the nukes start dropping, it'll be a totally different story. Okie dokie. Honk shoe, honk shoe, honk shoe. What are we doing today? If I were you, I'd check the door. Our extraction team might be coming for you any day now, but be careful, this is a post-apocalyptic scenario and you never know what's coming. Mary Jane says she's fine. Timmy doesn't need much, but he should drink. Water is all Dolores wants. Ted needs water. Okay. So, water for you, water for you, water for you. Someone's at the door. You can hear several knocks. If you listen closely, you can make out a sequence of 3 knocks. Do you open the door? No. Let us not open the door. Day 10. Good call. That wasn't the knock you were waiting for. Caution at all times. Remember that. Be cautious, apply yourself, and maybe you and your family will be just fine. Or at least most of you. There isn't anything new bothering Mary Jane, despite the dire circumstances and all the trouble we are going through. Timmy is being very brave. Dolores is fine. And Ted is okay as well. They don't need rations today. As you were counting imaginary sheep in your head, another series of knocks broke your concentration. Someone is really hammering on your door and probably not taking no for an answer. 2 knocks. 2 knocks. The pattern keeps repeating. Do you open the door? Yes. That was probably a bad idea, but let's see what happens. Oh, something happened. What happened? Oh, good job. You're safe and sound with our brave soldiers, and now we can all have some apple pie. You deserve it. We held out for 11 days. Yeah, the drill probably a heck of a lot easier than the game. So we got through the drill, and the next time I'm actually going to play an actual game to see how hard this sucker is, because I have seen some people play it, and usually they don't get rescued, so we will see what happens. If you guys want to see more of this game, give me a thumbs up. If you have any hints or tips for me, please leave them below. If there are any other games you would like me to play, let me know. And I will see you guys in the next video, okay? Bye-bye!